Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I have to fix a problem with the is300. So check engine light has been blinking and just all kinds of codes have been popping up. It's been bothering me and I finally got all the parts in. So what I'm going to be doing is quite a bit of things. Misfire could be quite a bit of things. It could be anywhere from like a spark plug. It could be a coil. It could be a spark plug wire, throttle position sensor. And so since I'm going to be replacing my coils, I'm going with aftermarket Napoleon. I think they're Napoleon boosted. Supposed to be better than OEM. So we got all three of them. And then we're going to go, the original are Denso spark plugs, but I'm going to go with the NGK laser iridium. And then we are going to go with the Denso OEM spark plug wires. And then since I'm going to go ahead and be replacing this, the valve cover gaskets have never been replaced, so I might as well do that since it's going to be all open and easier to take care of that. Definitely need to get this stuff done eventually in your car. If it's starting to go over 100,000 miles, probably a good idea to start replacing these things. You might as well just do everything to get it over with. So let's go ahead and get started. Keep all your stuff secure. You don't want to lose anything. It makes the job so much harder. There's two of them underneath the throttle body cable area. See what I'm talking about? Just right there. And just move them out of the way. Next thing you want to do is you want to gently pry this metal guide out of the way. There's only one left hose to worry about. Take that one out. I have to clean this, by the way, because it's super dirty inside, so I'm gonna have to definitely clean that with some carburetor cleaner. Remove the sensors from the coils. They did break. They're so brittle and old, it's just impossible not to break them. Pretty much nothing you can do about that. They're probably gonna break. They're that brittle. Alright, so next thing you want to do is remove this. It's like a clip for the harness. I cut the one that was in the bottom of this one. It wouldn't matter because I'm going to use zip ties anyway, so I can connect them back, so that gets this loose enough room so I can go ahead and start removing the bolts for the valve cover. So to fully remove this part of the intake manifold, I'm just going to remove this sensor right there, and then there's a smaller hose and a bigger hose right over there. Vacuum. Okay, there it is. There's one more hose down there too as well. That part at least of the intake manifold out already, and so it's nice and clear to remove my gaskets, and everything's just easier to work with. Since I do have a misfire on piston number 2, I want to check the resistance on the actual injector. So to do that, I'm going to use one of these meters and I'm going to put it to the ohms, to the resistance setting, and I'll put it at 200, and then I'll check and see what it reads. I'll let you guys know. And the only problem I'm having with is piston number 2, and how ironic, because that's the piston, by the way, it's a 14 when the rest are between 15 and 15.5. It's running low on the resistance on that cylinder, or not injector, for number 2. So I'm gonna have to order an injector, and then in a few days when it comes, I'll go ahead and put that injector in there. Start removing the valve cover gasket bolts. Flat screwdriver like this, super easy. and you can just put it in between and you can just pry it out. There it is. Just be careful with the wire harness. We want to clean this out with a rag, just like that. You want to get all that nasty stuff out. Do not do that with a flat screwdriver or sandpaper. It's just best to take your time because you don't want to unlevel this, then you'll really be in big trouble. So don't do that. It'd be better to do that with the rag, just like that. I'm going to take the other one out. It's the same process, pretty straightforward. Then I'm going to break them all loose and then take this one out, and then we'll have them both disposed so I can clean them in the same time. So I got my valve cover gaskets here. I'm going to be using some carb or choke cleaner. I just got to take this off here. Get a little wire brush and just slowly clean this out. Make sure you don't leave nothing in there. Clean all along the edge. Don't get any of that junk inside the cam area. Wanted to clean the junk off before I move any wires. I didn't want any junk to go back inside. Take some pictures or record. That way you don't lose a firing order on that. That would not be good. So I already got it clean, decently clean. Still got some little junk in there. It's no big deal. But I'm gonna go ahead and remove the spark plugs, starting with the first one. You can tell a lot by engine by looking at the spark plug. So we'll see what is going on. Bunch of oil. But yeah, definitely not good. It doesn't have to be too tight. In most cases, finger tight, it may be like a quarter turn. So it'd be a really good idea to use an anti-seize thread. It's only like $1. So you put that on the threads, finger tight it all the way. Okay, that's what I usually do in all my cars. So we got finger tight. Then we're gonna go about there. That's it. Nice and snug. So I got all the spark plugs in already. Now I'm gonna go in with the coilovers. So this one's gonna go to piston number 6. This one's gonna go to piston number 4. We have 3 of them. The longest one is gonna go from the 6 all the way to the first one. So here, all the way to there. Before we do that, we're going to apply some grease that it came with it. The electrical grease. You don't need too much inside, but just around this area right here. So you want to apply it to all of these wires you have. And all I'm gonna do is just lubricate this. You can use Ultra Black Advanced Formula Gasket Maker, whatever brand that is I'm using. Just put it around both sides. Let me demonstrate. One last time, I'm just going to come around and just apply a little bit on the top just to make sure. Sides, and just make sure the one that should be inside will be this one right here. Make sure you guys get that one first, and then second one there, and then the rest of the bolts should be able to match up pretty easy. Before you start tying them up in a crossway pattern, please make sure that you bolt them hand tight, all of them first. So pretty much after this step, everything is just reversal, exactly how that is in that order. Just take your time, don't break anything, and make sure you have all your bolts in a box so you know what you're using. And then if you have any missing bolts, then you know you can go back and you made a mistake somewhere, you can fix it. So it's gonna get dark pretty soon here, so I gotta hurry up and do this. Finally, the next day, and I have to say, super happy that it runs good now. I went around the block, it runs amazing, even better than before. I could promise you, I probably gained a few pounds of horsepower. Maybe 3, maybe 5, but I definitely feel it run more efficient, if that makes sense. One screw that isn't right could really make things go bad really fast. So make sure you get it right, guys. After you're done with everything and putting everything back, I personally would not put the timing belt cover on there. I would wait a few days and just drive the car around to make sure it's not leaking oil. And in my case, it looks pretty good. And then I could look for the coils just to make sure they don't get loose. The idle's pretty good. It's around 900 to 1,000, which is okay. If you have any questions, let me know. But again, this video is sponsored by Import Unlimited. So if you need parts for your is300, look at the description and we will hook you up with some parts. We sell all kinds of parts, OEM parts for is300s and other cars, but mainly the is300. So email me or DM me on Instagram and let me know. Thank you for watching today's video. Hope it was informative. And yeah, I'm ready to get out of here. So we'll catch you on the next video. Bye! You know what you're doing though? Yep. Okay.